Takahira Ramadhipa. Disappointing race 2 over in Indonesia on home turf. Didn't quite have the race he wanted, of course, got that 6-second penalty.
Welcome to the Last Corner YouTube channel.
Motegi on pole from half-high, and the wild card is the podium finisher over in Indonesia. Ramadhipa, just mentioned, spearhead row 4 with Zakan and Pratum Tom joining the Indonesian rider. Shortly indeed, watch out for the red lights in the middle of your screen. There they are. And then they go out, and we are racing here in Japan. It looks like a good start from half-high in the middle of the front row, but it's going to be Motegi on the number 2 machine. It's going to potentially wrap the whole shot into turn 1. It is Motegi from Ajiwara. Great start from the start of row 2 from Ajiwara. Crucial for the Japanese rider on the number 16 by Cafe. Slots in 2. 2 seconds on the opening lap is a massive advantage. They're going to need Takahira here, who is already up to 5th. You can see there. He started 16th. Let's remind you, Riichi Takahira. He's going to be at the front of this group very, very soon. Then can he somehow manage to drag not only himself but the others back into contention? Motegi, and already these two riders, podium pedigree, of course, in this championship already, streaking clear of the chasers. So it is going to be interesting what this lap time is this time around, but 3.4 seconds with the pace that's being set at the front. It's looking pretty tricky for these two riders to try and cling on, but it's not right up just yet for the top 3 to continue in their march. What Motegi needs here at the back of this pack is a little bit of help. I think I can say with absolute confidence. Now, one of Ikegami, Ajiwara, or Motegi is going to be victorious today. It does certainly look that way as Ramadhipa and Takahira go toe-to-toe at turns 1 and 2. Ramadhipa still leading the way. 4 seconds though the gap, and Ikegami got down to a 2.0. Championship standings, Ajiwara a little bit closer in 4th. Well, there's no point sticking a wheel in front of the guys in front and disrupting their rhythm when the advantage behind you is just growing lap by lap. For now, wait for the laps to tick by. Yes, there is the chance of rain always, given the conditions we've had, and an early red flag and an early result being declared. Stick with some experienced riders and very fast riders as well in that group. In the lower ends of the top 10 is great experience to Hidaka on the number 25. So we'll just see how that one plays out further behind, but these two really have pulled the pin in terms of breaking clear from that group behind, as you said, Jack. But fortunately for these two, they're not really making any inroads into this top 3 as they go 3 abreast down into in Indonesia, just how strong he was in those heavy braking zones. Well, the good news for fans at Motegi is that there are plenty of them around here. Already we're able to see on numerous points of the circuit when he sticks that left leg out, when he's hard on the brakes, he's just able to eke out 1 or 2 bike lengths on the riders he's in that fight with. It's going to be a real challenge to try and get past him with 7 laps remaining. Motegi definitely pulled the pin. He's already managed to eke out 0.2 seconds of Ikegami behind. These two riders on the screen, and Ramadhipa and Takahira, a personal best lap last time around for the number 9 of Takahira. They are finally on race leader pace, but it's taking a little bit too long for them to get down to that pace. But good news potentially for tomorrow. But of course we know Takahira is going to be starting from the back of the grid once again. So Takahira top 5 the back of the grid will be a good result. Of course needs more in this title too. He wants to challenge Motegi, but these two have got down to a nice little rhythm. In a step apart at the moment, the lap times behind are around a half a second a lap quicker than what both Ramadhipa and Takahira, these two riders, are able to put in. And the top side, well, they're in a different planet whatsoever. They're around 2 seconds a lap quicker than the battle for 6th place. Yeah, good stuff from the top 5 as Ajiwara sets the fastest lap of the race at 2:02.0, slightly quicker than Ikegami, the race leader, and both for a couple of tenths with the Motegi on that lap around. Incidentally, first or best lap for Takahira. Box here, but Motegi, that was a P2, he desperately wants P1. That 2-minute dead for Ajiwara, incidentally, and still half a second away from Kazuki Masaki. What a throwback that is. His lap record that he toasted in 2016, would you believe, a 2:01.5, was stuck for quite some time. Yeah, so the riders are really setting the pace here. After a tricky weekend, as we said, conditions-wise, this is probably the most dry track time I'll put my teeth in eventually that they've had. As you can see the clouds in the distance, rain definitely hovering around, but with 4.5 laps to go, thankfully, it stayed clear. We see a Japanese flag waving on top of the hill there for the front three, and of course Rishi Takahira as well, who has gone ahead of Ramadhipa. You feel that, although it's only for P4 and P5, this is crucial stuff for Takahira in terms of the title chase. He needs all the points. The tyres found where the grip is, where potentially can push a little bit more. It's good stuff from Ikegami, who once again, I've got to say, a little bit of slipstream there, down into turn 11. A lap later, Mitani then retakes the lead. Good stuff to know. Ikegami shows that they're not going to let Mitani have it all his own way. Didn't quite see what happened at the last couple of corners there between the top three, but Mitani held a decent lead out of the final corner. The rear end of Mitani, as we're focusing on the battle for 4th and 5th. This is not what we want to be watching. The riders in the lead group are coming down into turn 11. A really, really good passing opportunity. Takahira just holding off Ramadhipa for now, but this is not what we want to be seeing. We want to be seeing the leaders scrap away with just over a lap to go. Takahira pulling out the screen tree. Here we go. So it's Mitani still leading then from Ikegami and Ojiwara after making that mistake. But turn 3 is closed right up to the back of the leaders once they're through victory corner. For the penultimate time, it will be last lap time for these three riders who will stand on the top 7 of the podium. It will be a Japanese rider, but which one? Once again, it's all going to be settled on the final lap. And so far in 2024, that man that leads, Zen Mitani, has been the master of the from this time around. He was a little bit wide, but if anything, it's just giving him a little bit more of a slingshot in the run down towards turn 5. 3 abreast, who's going to come out in front? It is Mitani, but importantly, despite Ikegami leading for the vast majority of the race, he's got a lot of work to do now. Push back to 3rd after that move by Ojiwara. Here comes Ojiwara through the to find a way through here, but Mitani once again so late on the brakes. It's going to come down to turn 11, 90-degree corner. Set it up right here in towards turn 10. Make sure the exit is perfect, and then I think we're going to have to watch this one through the gaps of our fingers. Mitani then takes a wide sweeping line through turn 10 to get a great slingshot down the hill into turn 11. Ikegami and Ojiwara. Anyone from Ikegami looks like Mitani potentially will do this. He hooks the white line, he goes defensive. Mitani, though, doesn't know the advantage that he's got. Will he go too defensive here and potentially compromise his drive towards the line? Through victory corner we go. Is it going to be victory number 5 of the season for Mitani? It's all about getting your head below the bubble and a run to 9. It is going to be Mitani, looks like, from Ojiwara. It is Mitani who wins on home turn. What a race for the number 2. He wins again in 2024 to extend his title advantage lead, and this is the man over P4. And P5 is going to be won by the Indonesian Ramadhipa, so more points lost for Takahira in the title race. You say shakes his head, but a good job nonetheless from Takahira. But crucially, it is Zen Mitani